What is up, guys? My name is Wong and we are back with another video. Today we are driving yet another very special Japanese icon. This is none other than this 2004 Mitsubishi Evolution VIII. Back in the era when Mitsubishi was building sports cars that were so ahead of its time, this Mitsubishi Evolution VIII was the pinnacle of an all-wheel drive sedan. From factory, the Mitsubishi Evolution VIII made 206 kilowatts of power. This is the JDM version, making a little bit more than the Australian counterpart that only made 196 kilowatts of power in a vehicle that weighed 1,450 kilos. But it's not about the numbers, it's about how this car drives. With the active yaw control and the trick differential in this car, it really made it such a performance weapon. It's a car that delivers so much grip, so much traction, and with a few tasteful modifications, this car is pushing out 265 kilowatts of power, and I honestly can't wait to see how this thing drives. If you want to see more epic car reviews and more automotive related content here on YouTube, consider subscribing to the channel, and let's get straight into it, shall we? Here we go. Second gear, 3.5. The Evolution VIII is the advancement from the EVO VII. These cars saw a host of changes that differed from the 7. It had the 6-speed manual transmission gearbox, you had stronger internal components in the engine, and it just made a little bit more power, and it handled just a little bit better. But overall, the EVO VIII is a much better sports car. Being that it had all-wheel drive traction just meant that it had grip everywhere you went. And just putting it through the corners, this car is sticky like no tomorrow. Everything that you put it through, it just hooks up and goes. There's so much traction. You can really power out of corners so well in this car. And when you find a series of twisties, this car just truly comes alive and it transforms into a car that is just so capable. You can really just dive into every single corner. It just entices you to drive faster. It's a car that pushes you as a driver and to extend the limits of your confidence. Although it has a very trick AYC system, you're really able to take corners at such fast speeds that you really never thought were possible. It's strange, when you're driving the EVO VIII hard, it gives you a sense of invincibility that you just don't have in other cars. But still, you really have to be switched on because this steering rack is so alive in the fingertips, and it's such a direct steering rack. You really can just turn into all these corners so effortlessly. It's a really trick system that makes you want to drive harder and faster. This gearbox that's paired with this EVO VIII is a marvelous 6-speed transmission, and it's really nice to shift through the gears. It's super notchy, although it's not as bulletproof as the EVO VII 5-speed. With this 6-speed, makes it really enjoyable to drive. And when you find a corner, the brakes are just marvelous. They're stock Brembo calipers that really work in unison with the whole vehicle. The throttle response is sharp, but there's not really much down low, so you really have to get it up there. Once you get to about 3.5, that's when the turbo starts to surge, and then the intake noise builds, and this exhaust just pops and crackles all day long when you get up there, and it sounds so bloody good. Whether you're driving out here on the tarmac, on a racetrack, or even the drag strip, the Evolutions are just such a capable machine, and that 4G63 engine that is just marvelous. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged motor that is just built to perfection. This Evo has a series of mods to increase the performance out of the factory. It's got a GFB response dual port blow-off valve, HKS 272 camshafts, and HKS intake, a Walbro 255 fuel pump, and expert 1000cc injectors, and still, for that matter, it's still running the stock standard EVO VIII turbocharger. Out of the box, the EVO VIII had so much potential, and really, just with a few modifications, all these things combined together, and it makes such a fun, enjoyable vehicle to drive. And there's really so much much power. And best part of all is these things are really bulletproof. You don't have any kind of ringland failures or anything like that. Although it's not the fastest car I've ever driven, it's mighty swift. The cabin of the Evolution VIII as well is such a lovely place to spend time in. It's got these awesome Recaro seats that really hold you in this awesome driving position. I'm seated very comfortably in this car. You've got a lovely Momo steering wheel that feels perfect in the fingertips. It's very direct and sharp, and you can turn this car in very easily. I really think this generation of the Evolution looks so good. The CT9A is a very pretty looking machine, and with a few tasteful modifications done to the car, it really just looks so bloody good. This Evolution has the full genuine Varis body kit, and it really adds to the aggression of the EVO VIII without it making look too tacky or too racer. It just has the perfect balance of an awesome looking street car. In addition, this car rolls on a lovely set of bronze TE37s. They're the OG colorway, and they just suit this car so well. And it's also riding on a set of Shockworks coilovers. This car handles superbly, and it just makes you feel like you're in control of this vehicle at all times. The owner is a very fastidious one, and he really wants to make this car look like it has just left the showroom floor. It's in fantastic condition, this EVO VIII. Normally, the Evolutions just look a little bit tired. They're an almost 20-year-old car by now. This really was the golden era for Mitsubishi. And to pick up a clean EVO VIII, you're looking at spending towards the upper end of the $30,000 price range here in Australia, and they go for even higher when you're looking for the MR models. But for what you get, I think the Lancer EVO VIII is a fantastic vehicle, because whether you're driving it hard on the track or the street or the hills or even a drag strip, this car is just so much fun to drive, and it delivers a kind of performance that is just unfound in other vehicles. But on the flip side, it makes for a very comfortable daily driver, and if you want to drive it every single day, you wouldn't be hard pressed doing so. It's a lovely cabin, the clutch is light, the gearbox is sharp, and this car is still a very sorted and reliable machine. When the owner purchased this vehicle 3 years ago, he bought it bone stock factory, and over the course of his ownership, he's really tweaked it to become the car that it is today. And I think personally, he's done a fantastic job with it. It looks great and it drives superbly. I've had such a blast driving this car right here today. I really want to say a huge thank you to the owner, Hoang, for letting me drive his pride and joy. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. In the comments below, tell me what you like about this Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution VIII. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you real soon. Take care, guys.